So as we said at the beginning of Mass today we celebrate the feast day, the memorial of St. Vincent de Paul, whom you may know had a great love and care for those who are poor. He did great service for those who are poor and those who are needy. And so a few questions for us related to serving the poor. Because when we think about the poor, what do we think about what they might need? Oftentimes, when we think of the poor, we think of that they need money. Or if we think of the hungry, we think that they need food. Or for those who are homeless, they need shelter. Those who are sick, they need health care, they need medicine of some kind. But that's not all that they need. They're the poor, the needy, they're human beings like you and I. They have human needs. They're no different than us. Last weekend, I was getting dinner with a few other priests, and one was sharing a story about how recently he went with a group of those who were poor and they were needy, and they went to a museum together. They went to the Museum of Russian Icons in Clinton, Massachusetts. And although they weren't getting the things we think they normally need, they weren't getting food, they weren't getting money, but they really enjoyed the visit. They loved going to the museum together to be able to see beautiful artwork, maybe artwork that reminded them about God, and to enjoy that time together. And that's true for all of us as well. Just like us, the poor and the needy, they need what's beautiful. They need what's good. They need what's true. They need friendship. They need love. And Jesus, he knows this. He knows all of the needs of our hearts. And so in the gospel today, we hear about how he's curing those with every disease and illness. He's serving great crowds of those who are needy. But he doesn't just stop at recognizing and helping them in their material needs, but we hear that his heart was moved with pity for them. He had compassion for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And so he began to teach them. And so they were in need of a shepherd. They needed somebody who cared for them, somebody who loved them. And they needed somebody to teach them the truth about God and how good he is and his love for them. And so that's what all of us need, and that's what God wants to bring. He wants to bring his love to the world. And so in the church, we all have a mission, each one of us as well, to bring God's love to the world. St. Teresa of Avila, she has a famous quote that says that Jesus Christ in the world, he has no body but yours. He has no body but yours in the world, no hands but yours, no feet but yours, no eyes but yours. And so through your hands, he blesses the world. Through your feet, he does good, going out in service. And through your eyes, he has compassion on the world. And so we recognize that everything that we have is God's gift to us, that God has given to us, and so we share it with others. And so like our first reading told us today, we don't have any reason to boast. Those who boast, they boast in the Lord. They boast in God because he's the one who has given us everything. And we're just in turn sharing it with others. And so when we go to serve and share those in need, we try to do it as Jesus would do it, because we're doing it with his hands, with his feet as we serve. And so when we serve, it's not just, we're not just generous with our money, with our food, with our possessions. We're not just generous with our time, with our talents, with even the use of our bodies in service, but we also give our hearts as well, as Jesus was compassionate and felt love in his heart. That's because the